Well, from Toronto, no, not him.
Not this little dog.
Welcome to the Red Cup.
The one that
Special edition tonight, man. We got my man, Coach AB, that Howard crew, man. Rodney, Wright, Larry Spriggs, Charlie Moore as usual, man. You know, it's Black History Month, man. And these guys right here, they laid the mark on DC basketball, man, at the college level. We ain't talking about junior high school, we talking college level, man. Coach went from Easton to go to Howard and turn that program around, man, and had these guys on on that high level, man, with the, you know, back when I'm 9, 10 years old, going to see them guys play against the UDC teams, and to me, that was Georgetown basketball back then versus to now, how the TV stuff and all that, man. To be able to go to them games at that age, man, and see y'all turn that program around, man. And I want to ask AB first, man, Coach, from that transition from Easton to Howard, man, how was that being adjusted, you know, on the college level to high school? Like, how different was that for you?
Oh, it was a big adjustment from coming to from a high school level. You don't know the NCAA rules. You have to learn them on the fly, and you have to recruit in the summertime, and you have rules that what you can't and what you can do. Mm-hmm. Right. So it was a major adjustment from any young coach coming from any public school or parochial school to what I consider Division I basketball. It's a major move. But we were able to get through it, and these guys were part of the Dunk Patrol, which is still famous around the metro area. And I think if we had played some of we did play a few area schools, we would have put it on the map.
Mm-hmm. So how was that, just you coming straight out of a high school program and going into Division I program, the MEAC, Historic Black University, and you know you have players and you know you have connections.
Yeah.
How was that process of you getting there, the interview process, everything for you to have that opportunity?
Well, I went in there to try to sell the committee that we had. I first of all, I wasn't even thinking about any college. I was very happy at Easton.
Right.
I was thinking I was going to have these guys for 2 more years, and we were going to run the inner high again.
Yeah.
But that came up. I got the call from the vice president at Howard, and we went up, and I thought we had a very good interview, and we decided that we were going to push it that why can't Howard be Georgetown, be George Washington, and it worked. And I said, I've always wondered why Howard couldn't be in that upper echelon.
Yeah.
So we worked hard, and we got these young men to come to the university.
Yeah.
And I think we really put it on the map. And we had a good 10, 15-year run.
Yes, you did. And you got one on the left of you right now, your point guard that played with you in high school.
That's true.
Yeah. And how did you get this guy to come over there to Howard after 1 year?
Well, after I went over after I went over Evans Junior High, I couldn't believe when I walked up in there that day. I saw this little guy and 4 big guys. Right. Goodness gracious. Craig Shelton, Rattiff, James Rattiff. Yeah. And I can't remember the other 2 guys, but all of them could play. And I said, they might beat my Eastern High School team right now. So I said, let me do a little. They were in the neighborhood. I grew up in the neighborhood. So I said, let me just pull a few people that I know. See, because I went to Richardson right behind Rattiff's house.
Okay.
And I knew Fatty, his brother. Yeah. So, his older brother. So it was, I just made contact, and they wanted to try the other world first. And they went to the other world. Yeah. Then they gave me a call. Come on back. Yeah. I was happy to have him.
Door wide open.
Yeah. And this young man was like an unknown. He was like what they call a late blossom.
Yeah.
You know,
sleeper.
And sleeper. Yeah. And after we signed him,
and ready to go back to sleep.
And after we signed him, boy, everybody that summer league, he turned the summer league out.
I know it.
Over at it was at Georgetown, right? That Gonzaga. He turned that out. Everybody looking at me. How you? I said, I did my homework, bro.
Straight out of San Jack.
Yeah,
Did 2
yeah,
years.
man.
And then I knew Rodney at San Jack,
Yeah.
and he took him down there, and we worked on coming back.
Long
He
back
came
there,
back,
man.
and I tell you, if you go down through history, you're not gonna find many high school, many college teams with as many great kids from the area.
Yeah.
You're not gonna find that.
You had
Right.
that.
Nah, y'all started that
You
shit
had
though.
that.
Yeah.
See, I was
You
at
ain't
Spingarn
gonna
when we had Dave Bing,
Mm-hmm.
Ollie Johnson, Monk Wilkins, and all them when they went out there and beat the Mather at Cole Fieldhouse
Yeah.
in 61, I think 61.
Yeah.
And then the John Thompson group,
Yeah.
Tom Hoover,
Yeah.
don't get as much credit, but he was the bouncer. He was the big boy at John Carroll when they went like
Carroll,
40
yes.
and over.
That's my alma
on
mater.
that.
That's my
Yeah,
alma
so
Oh, yeah.
so
Yeah.
With Joe.
Hall of Fame, baby.
so it hadn't been that many super teams from the area, and I always say that Eastern High School team because was one of the better
That was a
ones.
special crew, man.
Yeah, and then they had the Bay group up at the
Dunbar.
Dunbar.
Yeah. Oh,
And me and Joe Dean almost got in fisticuffs one night up at, trying to get a player up at Roosevelt in the summer league. I never forget that. Yeah, so it was a great time for basketball. And I'm just gonna say one, and I'm gonna let them talk. The two changes changed the game of basketball. The clock, when they put in that
Shot clock.
30-second
Yeah.
shot clock, and you know the 3-pointer changed.
Yeah.
And it's still changing. Because if Bernard Perry and Radcliffe had been able to utilize the shot clock in their area
Rodney
at
wouldn't allow
6'8",
that, man.
at 6'8",
He wouldn't
and
allow it,
at
He gonna
6'5"
push
guard,
you.
he got drafted by the Bullets in the first place.
Right.
But he had a 3-point shot that it wouldn't miss.
We didn't have the clock.
So it was just a little bit before the time, and of course Mike changed the game. Everybody want to be like Mike, so when you went in the house, they all thought about Michael. So it was a great time. I've seen the transition over the last 40, 50 years, and see a lot of guys didn't know when I first came to Howard, I was 29.
wow.
You know, so that was, I was almost as young as they were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You was a
so
head coach at 29?
I was head coach at Howard at 29.
That's a lot of responsibility.
I started at Eastern at 23, and Emmett Shaw and some of them guys were 19, 20.
Older than you, huh?
So if you started, he was head coach at Howard at 29, so you had some fun on campus yourself.
Oh.
A little bit.
You're supposed to have real fun.
Shit, they look like George Avenue. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I never. But head coach at 29, that's tough right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't complain.
At a black school,
It's
you know what I'm
been
saying?
a good
And
life.
that's good,
But this young man here, my man, he keep in touch with me all the time.
Floor general.
And
Floor
he
general.
ran that show.
Yeah.
But if you could have seen him, well, I don't know, I know you knew. Rodney was about that tall when I first saw him. He was real little
Evans.
in the 9th grade.
He grew to 6
He
foot.
grew now. He grew and got
the motherfucker played was that shit. All their team was 6'8", 6'9".
There you
Ever
go.
them motherfuckers had the tallest team ever in junior high school history.
And you know, Craig was such an athlete. He
Yeah,
could
Craig
run
bad
up
boy.
and down.
Yeah.
Radcliffe running, want to shoot out. Craig got everything underneath the hole. So they had that might be. You look back at junior high school teams
I think
from
the best
all the way back. If somebody could do a research on that, they may have been about the best one.
I agree.
I've definitely
Overall.
heard that.
Yeah, they may
I
have.
definitely heard that.
They
And
were definitely.
we're going to start with the point guard here.
Slice right.
Man, you know, much respect to this guy, man. I've known him for years, and you know, me and Kirk so close, and just to be around the stuff he talks to you about when I was younger, man. You know, like the basketball part, the etiquette part of basketball, everything. He's straight point guard, man. So I call him Uncle Rodney. Same as Kurt and them do. And man, tell us about your progress from Eastern, from Oral Roberts to Howard.
Yeah, it was a nice ride.
You can talk about Evans too, man.
Yeah, I mean, at Evans, man, you know, if you made the team at Evans, it was something
good.
to make the team at Evans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My coach played
it was
at
something
Evans.
to make the team. Carol Holmes.
That's right.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, and if you played at Evans, man, he was big walking around East Capitol Street around that time. You know, and I made the team in the 7th grade.
Wow.
You know, like I said at the funeral, like I met Rat. We both met Rat. I met Rat when I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
And you know, we played against each other that night, and we saw each other after the game. He's like, "You going to Evans?" I said, "Yeah." You know, he was like, "Yeah, man." And I ain't see him again that whole summer until we got to Evans.
Okay.
But what happened was, Craig Shelton happened to be in the creek playing around with tadpoles. This is a true story. If you talk to Craig, he'll tell you. This is how Craig Shelton started playing. And we had a 12-0 game playing against Calamella at Calamella. Had to go pick up Lewis Whiting in the projects because I just moved around there by Watts.
Yeah.
And I was running through the creek, and I saw some big dude in the creek picking up tadpoles.
No wonder he jumped so high.
And I said, yeah, that creek water was on his feet.
Like tadpoles.
Yeah. And I say, "Hey, man, what you doing down here, man?" He's like, "Nothing." I said, "Man, you want to play some basketball?" And he said, "Yeah." I say, "Man, wait here till I come back." And I happened to run and got Lewis, came back down there. Craig standing right there waiting on me.
You waiting on you.
Yeah, and we want to play Calamella. And that first time they played.
Okay.
And I told him, I said, "In here, you can stay in here, but on the other end, you got to stay out. You know, I can't be in there for 3 seconds." Man, we were down 18-0 because Craig had blocked the first 9 shots. Had goaltended the first 9 shots. We was down 18-0 before the game got started.
Oh, man.
You know?
He blocking shots with soggy shoes on.
Yeah.
And being down at the creek.
Go ahead, man. And you know, and that's how the three of us, got started. You know, at Evans. You know, of course, you know, my first year I didn't play that much. Rat and Craig, you know, they started in 7th grade. But in the 8th grade, we started. All of us started that year. We didn't really have no business. We wasn't thinking we was going to a championship. We were just playing, and then we just got on the road when the season started, and then lose the game until we got to the championship game. After when the regular season started in January, we didn't really lose another game until we lost the championship to Rabault.
Rabault.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Who
Tony Upson was coaching Rabault. They had the Stretch Brothers. Stretch Gregory and his brother Claude Gregory. Yeah, you know, Suva and all them. They had a pretty big team too.
Yeah.
You know, and then we lost, but we was young. We was 8th graders.
Yeah.
And
I remember
in that 9th grade year, it was Mercy.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
y'all
know,
wasn't
it
going
was
for
Mercy.
nothing.
We won for nothing, man.
So you won it all.
Yeah, only game that we lost to remember the old the Friendship on Minnesota Avenue?
Yeah.
Wilson Jr.
Yeah, we lost to them by 1.
Uh-huh.
But Craig didn't play, he was sick.
Okay.
And they came back to play us at Evans, and we beat them by 40.
Okay.
That was the only game that we lost.
All right.
We wound up playing Sidney Lowe and Bo Holson and them for the championship.
Yeah.
They was at Hamilton.
Yeah.
And we got off that bus, and them fans for Hamilton said, "Ain't no way we're going to win, man. They look like grown men." And we wound up beating them like 60-40.
Okay.
You know, then by then, that's when AV was coming around.
Okay.
And I think, I never said this, but I'm going to say this, though. I think when Coach wanted rat tips, I think Chuck Tillman told Coach, "You ain't gonna get rat tips, you ain't gonna get Rodney."
That's right.
And I think that's how I wound up going to Eastern.
No, Fatty had a lot to do with that.
Oh, see, I never knew that.
Right.
Fatty had a lot to do with that when he found out I was coaching. He said, "Look after my brother."
That's right.
And I said, "Well, it's a package deal." So we, you know, that was a good deal. You know, I came along right there at 55th Street. I grew up there.
Yeah.
So I saw Evans being built, before it was just nothing. And then where Shad is right there, it was like a mountain. They took that whole mountain out and built Shad in there. Yeah. So I mean, I'm from the neighborhood, so I knew some people from around there.
Yeah.
Plus my church, Beulah Baptist, right around there. At the time.
We all from the same
And
neighborhood.
then went to Eastern from there.
Yeah.
And was there with Coach. You know, that was my 10th grade year.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think Coach was ready for me to play there. You know, I was still learning.
Well, his boy Tub was there.
Yeah. which I learned to get. You know, I knew I had caught up by that.
Yeah.
You know, but it was a really good experience because that was a hell of a team in my 10th grade year.
Yeah.
We were 27-2 that year.
Yep.
28-2. We lost to Dunbar. And we lost to West Philly with Gene Banks and them in Philly.
West Philly,
we lost to Gene Banks and them. That was one hell of a game
Where
that
y'all
night.
Played them at?
But the Palestra.
In the Palestra.
In the Palestra. That was a hell of a night.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Gene Banks and that team and Rat and Turk and Rat Turk and Mike Morton. That was a hell of a game that night. I think they won to beat us by 2 that night.
Yeah, we had Steve Lincoln too.
Yeah, Steve Lincoln. That's when Steve Lincoln starting at Eastern.
And your boy Stacey Robinson.
Yeah, then we lost to Dunbar.
Hit a fadeaway.
Hit that fadeaway jump, and we lost him by 2.
He ended up in the stand like that. And shot a fadeaway from the corner. I'll never forget that shot.
Yeah.
But all good.
Yeah, man. And then, man, we got on your left, we got an NBA champion in here. L.A. Lakers.
Did he wear his ring?
Oh, man, hey, all that's out west, man. I didn't even plan on being out here this long, man. But just here.
Larry Spriggs, ladies and gentlemen. Larry Spriggs in the house.
Bad motherfucker.
Bad motherfucker. Out of Northwestern. San Jack. Howard.
Man,
Big M Trotters.
Oh, now you better
All right.
Now we talking the bag.
Yeah, that's the bag. Big M had the bag ready.
Oh, man, hey, man.
We are talking the bag right
First,
there.
I like to tell you, man, Rodney took a pay cut when he came to Howard.
That's what I'm trying to tell the goddamn truth.
After he left Eastern. You know what I mean? He took a pay cut.
Yeah, motherfucker, y'all, Kentucky, y'all ain't doing shit.
I'm talking about Eastern.
Howard started this motherfucking bag. Nigga, fuck it, y'all talking about.
Hey, man. But, man,
College Prairie, you ain't shit. I'm with AB right now. Fuck out of here.
man, hey, man, the C coach, and you know, coming up, man, I'm growing up, man, and I'm watching guys such as Stacey Robinson, Harold Fox. Harold Fox is from North Brentwood and Northwestern.
Yes, indeed.
And my cousin Charlie Smith. Yes, indeed. Charlie Smith. And these are guys from the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Gene Christensen. Gene Bean Christensen.
Yep.
I'm good.
Jump out of the gym, man. And what we would always do, man, is we were going to the rec center, North Brentwood Recreation Center.
Okay.
Man, we was playing, and I'm playing against John Bowie and these guys, Raymond Boatwright. These guys all played at Northwestern. They won a title at Northwestern, man. And I'm saying, man, this don't look, this is not too bad. This don't look too hard.
Yeah.
So I give it a shot, man. And we playing in the rec center. We played in the 16 and under.
Okay.
Through the Prince George's County. See, Rodney is in the D.C. area.
Yeah, that's right.
See, they wouldn't let me in the D.C. area. They say, all right, Larry, that's far enough right there. And you can stay on the line right there. You can run all through Fairmont Heights and everything. But, hey, don't go into D.C. But man, we go through Glen Arden and beat up on Garcia Hopkins when him and Wittenberg and Lowe, Sidney Lowe, and all them guys. Man, and Thurl was in Blazenburg at that time when I was at Northwestern. Yeah. But man, it was just so much fun, man. And then for myself, man, to go from I was going. Coach, let me tell you, man, I was really not even interested. All my brothers was in the post office at that time. Coach Thompson got head out of the post office. My other brother, Greg, was in the post office, too. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm getting out of high school, man. I'm getting ready to I'll go into the post office. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't playing no more ball. And And then I was playing like just really physical, just seeing stuff I could get away with. Just bam, might hit a person in the head, or just kick a person or whatever. And all of that was working. They was like, man, this is working.
He said all that was working.
Physical. You consider it physical. And I'm like, man, no, it could be crazy or it could be physical. But I say, man, let me just see what junior college is about. I don't want no more school. And Coach was like, man, Coach was at the house all the time, man, with Mom and Pop. No, man, we really would love you up at Howard. Man,
with the bag.
He's always empty-handed. Hey, Kurt, he was always empty-handed. But he gave me good advice, though, now, because he played by the rules. He played by the rules, man, and I said, man, look here, Coach, man, I don't want to play no more ball, man. I'm good. I'm cool. Oh, no, just try down at the junior college down there at San Jacinto. It's like the UCLA of junior colleges. Mm-hmm. They were always winning, and they were always producing. Mm-hmm. So I went down there with that crazy mentality, bunch of niggas in the head, kicking them back to that, and it paid off. Coach came down a couple of times. I think the times Coach A.B. Williamson came down and saw, man, I might have been averaging about 35 and 15, 19 rebounds. And I was like, man, this is fun.
That's where you got that nickname, Hoss.
He said, this is fun, And got down there, man, and became a junior college All-American. And Coach still in my ear, all right, man.
I got a question for you.
Yes, no
what other schools was trying to get you?
At that time, it was school, Wake Forest. At that time, we had the guy with the white hair. What's his name, Coach?
I forgot his name, man.
He had white hair up at Wake Forest, and it was Coach. And this was because they thought I was coming back down to San Jack for, most times you do 2 years.
1 year.
Yeah, I did 1 year. But I was like, man, this ain't bad. This ain't bad, Kirk. This ain't bad. But then when and Coach said, oh, come on, man, we're going to get you up at Howard and see if you like it. Now, this is before I'm knowing that Rodney and Rat is coming, right? And I'm like, all right, Coach, man, we go up on the campus, man. We see what's going on. Coach was in his office. He didn't even know what was going on. Si's showing me around. This building here is the administrative building, and then
you ain't looking at none of that shit. You looking at what's walking around that building.
Around here.
Yeah, you like,
hey, son, let's get on back. When I got the sign,
Get this paper. Over here is the man on down.
You know what that bullshit.
I don't need to see all that. I need to, man, what I'm looking at right now look like this is for Larry right here, though.
You said this is for Larry.
This is for Larry right here, though. Coach didn't know, but Coach always, he was always just, he was straightforward, but I was happy as heck that he came down a couple of times to Texas to see me.
That takes a lot.
And that meant that he was serious.
That's when you know. That's when you know, motherfucker.
That's when you know he was serious. You remember, Coach? You came down a couple of times. And I said, man, hey, nigga, I got to perform. My family will come down. Mm-hmm. They would come down sometimes. You know how they travel, man.
I know.
They were traveling about 16 deep. They came down to Texas to see me, from Reverend. I have a cousin, man. He's a reverend now. And mom, pops, and all of their family, and it was just good. My brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Man, I say, man, damn, this is all right here, man. This is all right. How we gonna be all right? But this was the kicker. He said, by the way, a guy by the name of Rodney Wright and James Radtill. I said, and I had played in the previous game, the preliminary game before the All-Americans versus the Metropolitan All-Met team. Rodney and Rat they were All-Americans, but they were playing on an All-Metropolitan team now. I said, you mean them guys that I seen? Capital Class. I said, they're coming. Oh, man, we going to have some fun. not only what I'm seeing around here,
On and off
the floor.
Yeah.
Oh man, I said, man, this is gonna be all right. This is gonna be all right. And AB always took care of me. But the clincher was though, now, Kurt, this gentleman right here. Now I'm playing with James Rattiff, man, who he played with
bad boy,
since they were
peace,
a baby. Since they were a baby, and they like every during the practices, you get the rebound, you kick it out to Rodney. This is before they had the red shirt, so they had to sit out a year. So they playing with us. But I just noticed that he's always kicking that ball out to old James Rattiff. He's always kicking that ball. Now this gentleman ain't never say much like, I see that before. I seen that before.
Right.
I said, man, hey Rodney, I'm open over here too sometimes, man. I'm open over here. But what I found out is that Rattiff would get out in front of the ball. James Rattiff is who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Man, that brother was the backbone of our team.
Damn right.
He had a lion's heart, man. Let me tell you, man. Big Slim Jim had a lion's heart, man, and he was the backbone of our team. And if you did what he did, you would get the ball from this gentleman right here. If you didn't do what James did, you ain't getting the ball.
Right.
So I kind of seen how old James kept getting that damn ball. I said, oh, Rodney, don't
lane.
yeah, feel that lane.
Lane.
Feel that lane. Rodney had like a professional game. I said, man, this dude have a nice game. I didn't realize that was Fatty Taylor's younger brother.
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, this dude is nice. He's sharp, man. This dude is sharp with the ball. So I started getting in that other lane. If Rat was getting the rebound, then I'm out. If I'm getting the rebound, then Rat is out. So we didn't mind it at that point. But all them other cats didn't quite understand it. And Rodney will tell you that he's like Magic. I had a chance to play with Magic, but Rodney was like, all right, you keep fumbling my ball, I'm not going to keep giving it to you.
Right.
You know, and I ain't going to say no name.
Well,
we don't do that on here. Motherfucker, say the name.
Hey, well, we would pass sometimes to our big guy, James Terry.
Yeah,
And you know, he had smaller hands than Rat and Rodney, than Rat and myself.
James Terry was 6'12".
James Terry was a 6'11", big, strong.
Big
Would jump out the gym
when he first
once
came
he get it in
Howard,
his
he
hands.
was 6'7". When he first came,
Really?
I recruited him out of Cleveland. He was 6'7".
So you
Really
was
big?
29
I didn't know
going
that.
around Cleveland, all that shit?
Oh yeah.
Man, how the fuck was that happening, man?
Man, B was extending his
Trying to get
research.
people there.
Where the bag come
You
from?
got to work, man.
Where the bag come
There
from?
wasn't no bag.
He never
Oh,
did.
you
He
had your
never
own
did
bag.
the bag.
You had your own bag.
Them young ladies up at Howard
There
with
you
a
go.
bag.
Hey, it's like,
Hey,
now
we
was the
talking.
sale pitch
If I
right
get him
there.
on campus, oh,
Yeah.
this is a little different here.
But you know what? But that's funny you say that. You get, even now today, you get these motherfucking so-called one and done dudes on campus up there. They should. I mean, when you are, one and done. If you one and done, you should be able to go any fucking school in the world.
Right.
If you one and done.
And make it
So
right.
why not load the HBCUs in that shit?
Yeah.
If you already one and done, it shouldn't matter where you go.
Everybody ain't gonna be a one and done. So still go to them daggone black schools, man.
No, the point I'm making is they actually program these kids on some. You one done. So just imagine. This is just me hypothetically thinking. Kevin Durant, Mike Beasley, Taiwan, all of them just go to Howard.
For 1 year.
I mean, I'm with the fuck. I mean, that joint to be jam
You still
packed.
gonna be
You
noticed. if
still gonna
doing
be
work.
motherfucking lottery pick. No matter where you
They
go.
gonna
See,
find you wherever
they let this NCAA shit and no disrespect, no racist statement or whatever. They let these schools, you know what I'm saying, predict their fucking futures.
Right.
Motherfucker, y'all are making them money. Y'all the ones that got motherfuckers keep signing these big ass schools. Motherfucker, you take that one little 2 years, you take motherfucker that whole crew right there. Other than what y'all did, 80, 81, that was special to me because I was 19 years old watching that shit. Now that get Durant, Taiwan, them motherfuckers go to Howard. They would still be where they at right now.
Right.
You get me saying? I mean, they would still be lottery picks. It shouldn't fucking matter.
Exposure.
When you get, if you one and done, you one and done where the fuck you go.
Hey Kirk, we was actually better the year before.
Yes.
The year we went to the NCAA.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
We was better.
We was 21-7 that year.
Yeah.
We had the 7th best record in the country that year.
But the point, that's the point I'm making. So
Yeah.
that shit doesn't matter. If you can play, fuck all that. What you
And
going
we're
at?
playing good at the time. You know, it's all about when you hit your rhythm and stuff. We had won like 8 or 9 straight going into the tournament, but at that year, the MEAC was not giving an automatic bid.
Right.
So we were basically through after we won the championship.
Cause y'all did some shit that was crazy. I should go up that month as a young age, man. To me, I thought that motherfucking Howard was motherfucking out of town somewhere.
It was packed.
Come there, I take that route every day now. It was 15 minutes, 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm going up out of town.
Hey Coach, if you wasn't there by the girls' game, what was it? It was locked.
You wasn't
Oh
getting
no,
there.
yeah.
It was packed.
Y'all had that
locked the
motherfucker.
doors. I remember them
No
kicking the
bullshit.
doors
I haven't seen it
in,
like that.
Trying to get in.
trying to get
Since
in.
that
They
day.
for a Morgan game or an A&T game. Oh man, if you ain't there by the
And they had
girls'
to take that
game,
But,
UDC
Larry,
game. Remember that
I
UDC
can
game
really
over at the
remember
Armory?
at the Army.
I can really remember as a kid though. Every game I used to go
Y'all
to,
beat them over
me and my mother used to ride up there.
Oh shit!
Every game, y'all used to be down sometime.
Play around
And
with
I was a
it.
kid,
We
9
had Slim
years old. I used
Whippers
to
with us.
always know
That's
that
right.
they gonna walk that shit down, and they gonna Rat might get a dunk or hit a little mid-range J. Larry get the rebound. You gonna make a pass. AB gonna make a call. Boom. I just knew that y'all mother was gonna finish that game
y'all
off.
had
As a young kid. I was knowing that. You know what I'm saying? I used to go home like, you know what I'm saying, like in that Howard mentality. Like I used to like wear a little jersey. Like I'm thinking about Howard. Motherfucker, my uncle played with Howard University, and these motherfuckers on a national level. That shit was like that was like some G-Town shit.
Nah, it was time.
You gotta think, you had Baby in them of Georgetown, you had Britain them up, all that shit was in one to me. That's just, as a kid, and then as I think about it when I get older, then you think and say, damn, all these motherfuckers on the same level.
Yep.
It's just different levels of
exposure.
high
It's exposure.
But I'm a motherfucking, I'm 19 years of Howard. Y'all motherfuckers was stars to me.
Yeah.
No, that's real talk.
I feel you. Kirk. I appreciate it too.
And
man.
to me to interact with you guys, like when I saw you long time ago,
You always give me love, brother. You
What's
always
up, Larry?
give me
You
love.
can. What's up?
But
Boom, boom.
what I heard about you, this coming from a cousin man. I have a cousin man that's through the city, really known and stuff. Man, he always talked about Kirk Smith, man. That's Charles Smith, young brother. Man, this dude colder than Charles, man. Kirk be dropping numbers, man.
But my whole thing with you is, Larry, I always look at Lakers pictures, and I'm like, I know.
Oh, to get to that, man.
You know what I'm saying? And then look at AB. I look at coaches and shit. I'm like, this motherfucker started that shit from an inner high school to go to a level with the me hacking, boom, boom. Then looking at Rat, and it's no worse with Rat. You know, that's my dog. I see Rat without Charles sometimes back in the day. All the time the Rat see, what's up, Shorty? What's up, little Rodney? He always gonna look, what's up, little Rodney? That was his whole shit. What's up, little Rodney? Because you know me and Lewis played together at Kelly Miller Junior High. Lewis was a talented Rat, but we always had that bond. Like we knew who our peoples were.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I always think back and be like, I remember them rise up. We used to go from motherfucking 217, 62nd.
Yeah, well, I live
All the way up motherfucking road. I thought South Dakota Avenue and making that turn on Florida. And I thought that motherfucker, we going to North Carolina. That bitch right around the corner. I do that shit every day right there. Motherfucker, back in the day, I'm like, we going to see Uncle Rodney, but I thought this motherfucker out of town.
Yeah.
But to go up there and see y'all, at that young age, man, y'all
Did you go into his dorm room?
No, see, I ain't know
that
that.
tropical room with all them stolen plants from the Blackbird. Oh yeah, his place was laid. His dorm was laid.
Yeah. Hey,
but look, plants, carpet, everything. All that was stolen. Oh, by the way, for the record, all that was stolen.
But as I got older, man, we'll rap, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't even know the shit that I was noticing at a young age, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew all that shit, you know what I'm saying? A lot of little shit that,
But you was absorbing it though.
Yeah, and that's what put me in a whole nother
It's in
situation.
your blood, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
John wasn't even wouldn't play us.
No, they wouldn't. They should have played
John
John.
wouldn't
No,
What the
they
fuck?
What they tell
It
you,
was
Coach,
bad.
we got more to lose than the game.
Yeah.
And now they use it now as one of their little butter up records, butter up games.
Yeah,
You
That
know
wouldn't
what
have been
I
the
mean?
butter back then.
Yeah.
That would have been a fucking a melted butter.
And he used to come in at that in our games and sit way up high
Up high.
and be checking out everything. You know.
But you was 29 that job, you 29?
Yeah,
And
that's
head
it.
coach job?
That's it. Yeah.
So you head coach, Howard University.
Hey, and so I was 23. I was 29. So I was 23.
With some bad motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You 29 years old.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And the
I
thing
never,
about
I
that,
never knew that.
That's why he was
you
always
were
late
able
for
to
practice.
recruit, man. I said, what?
That's why he was always late for
Don't
practice.
listen, man. Don't
So
listen.
Si was running
No,
through,
I'm
man.
just messing with him. I'm
The
just
Si was
messing
them motherfuckers.
He say
Si
sound
was
running
running
three,
through, man.
man.
Hey, look, man, just put them motherfuckers in a couple of drills, bro.
Yeah,
So I started the 5-man week.
Go behind two motherfuckers.
Yeah. I like that 5 man.
There you go.
If you run that, if you run that 5-man weed, man,
I love that 5-man weed.
That was late.
They go back.
They don't even do that shit no more.
No, they don't.
Man, you be a whole practice.
All they want to do
do
is shoot the three.
Shoot the three.
But we
How
do
about that?
5-man weed back to
Motherfuckers
3-on-2,
running each
2-on-1.
other.
They
Yeah,
don't
whole
know
practice
what's
trying to
going
teach
on.
that
No, they don't. They
And
don't.
see, they talking about
Something
this,
simple
what
as
the way they playing now, with the exception of the 7-footers shooting threes.
Yeah.
That stuff was done back in the CIAA with Big House and them. Man, it was running gun.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
And that's what I was doing.
And they had the best athletes because they weren't letting us into the other schools at that time. So you had Monroe and all them boys down in Norfolk and all the boys at A&T were from Philly. Hey, man, that was a fantastic athletes. Yeah, and they had some guy. They had what's the guy? The hook shot. Had a hook shot. Grant was shooting a hook shot from the corner back in the '60s, man. And Bobby was at
That's
Norfolk.
my bad motherfucker.
Yeah, but I'm
That's
saying
my dog.
all over the CIAA, that ball was different.
Yeah.
They had some great coaches. Coach Mack is a Hall of Famer everywhere now. McClendon, and he showed me a lot. I went to a clinic when I was like 25, and he said, "Hey, B, you got some potential. Now watch my practice." Man, he ran there. Got them.
But look at the age
up
you talking
and down,
about. On a college level,
Up
I
and down.
never knew that though. Yeah. So that was the shit right there. You know what I'm saying? That's what.
Yeah.
So how was a players coach?
Yeah,
Made
he
y'all
was
feel
considered a
comfortable,
player,
like
though.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And see,
we
we left the basketball court. I took Rodney over to the baseball. I'm still very proud of them. 3 straight we won in baseball. 3
Oh,
straight.
bad
down the
motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah, bad
He was
motherfucker.
third
He
base,
was.
and we,
He'll throw you a curve.
we had
Yeah.
Tub and I ain't gonna touch that one.
He'll throw a curve.
Rodney Strasburg, huh?
Before Strasburg.
Oh boy,
That's like Strasburg.
Oh man.
Hey man, I swear, I really wish Rat was here on this panel, man.
Hey,
Cause you know what I'm saying? The kick it with us, man.
Rat was talented, man.
Yes.
I was lucky. Rat was talented. To be able to play with that 6'10" guy, before Kevin Garnett now, mind you, shooting that outside 3 was the prettiest thing you ever. Coach, am I lying?
Yeah, just
Rodney, am I lying?
before the era.
Before the line.
It was the wrong era
We
for him.
didn't even have a 3-point line.
That wasn't the line. That was
Nowadays he be right in style now.
So you coach some in
shooting that 3.
smooth.
High
motherfucker.
school.
So you coached you coached Rodney and Rat 1 year in high school.
Yeah, 1 year.
And then when Howard came with that motherfucking bag,
There you go. Oh, ain't nothing that good. We were straight. We played by the rules.
But I tell you what, they didn't play by the same rules y'all played by.
Oh, I know it. Some of the most prominent coaches that's coaching I'm still seeing them. I know what they had when they walked in the houses, so, hey.
And we always did play by the rules, man. I'm telling you, he did, Kirk.
Hey, look, let me
say that
let me tell you one motherfucking thing about this shit right here. Man, all that shit you talking about, man, that shit was years ago. It's all good.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, I'm just pulling your coach in.
And how much you get, man?
Coach he was a gentleman in the scarf.
And a gentleman and a star.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that means
from South Beach.
But now, if you screwed up, he would let you know too, and he mess around and he'll fight you too, though, if you had to.
Yeah.
He could do it. He wasn't taking no shit.
I spoke the same language.
He took
but you can't even do that shit now.
Not now.
You can't even
do it.
Social media has, man.
Right.
Social media. Ooh, that's a whole new dance.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff come out and then they make up some stuff if it ain't true, now. So it's a mess. And this Trump, man, it's dangerous boy.
That shit crazy.
It's dangerous boy. We got to get off.
He's ruling the world.
We got to get everybody out to vote on him.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Trump might be the next coach at motherfucking one of them black schools. Trump will be the next coach
if
of
it's money,
A&T.
If it's moolah.
Yeah.
And guess what? He can get every recruit out there.
Yes, he is.
But speaking of that, Kirk, you know
We
what?
got sheriffs for you.
Hey, man, Coach Williamson, man, would always make sure he would get area ball players. Like guys like Mo Young, who was in the area. Lou Wilson.
Yes,
Lou Wilson was right there,
That's the
man.
key
He
to
was
it, though.
dropping.
You don't let nobody get out of your town.
You don't.
You can't let these motherfuckers leave.
So we had Chick Denton came back.
Yeah,
Chick Dent was 6'10" from Baloo, and a whole lot of young people
Carlton
from
Richardson.
area. Carlton
Yeah.
from here. You right down Southern Maryland.
You can't let the area leave.
No, man.
You can win with people in the area.
You can win a lot of shit.
You can win because there's some ball players around here.
Yeah.
I'm having big fun now going out to. I'm the president of the Pigskin Club of Washington, and we go out to award the better football, basketball at the spring banquet we're going to have in the area. And it's so interesting to go around to the different schools and see how much the old Northwestern and the new Northwestern, how things have changed over the last 40 years. It's really interesting. I drive my car. I said, "Whoa! I remember when the school was over there. Now it's over here."
Fairmont Heights.
Yeah, Fairmont Heights. Oh, you go there, down Fairmont Heights. One of the best coaches ever was down Fairmont Heights.
He was our principal. He was our principal at Northwestern.
Yeah, he was something else.
What's his name, Coach? Coach Freeman.
And he went back. And he went back to Northwestern and kicked everybody's behind for that 1 year before he passed.
He
went to his funeral.
He had the whole thing, man.
So was there any chance around that time that y'all was in Howard, that Georgetown would play y'all?
As a principal.
John would not play us.
Look, you heard I asked him?
What he did?
Was there any time where Georgetown would play y'all around that time?
No, Georgetown wouldn't play us. Even in the high school level, when John was at St. Anthony, we played after John left and went to Georgetown. Was the first time we would play them. But I give when John was up St. Anthony, that was a whole another thing. He did a great job, but John ain't no dummy. He didn't want that action.
Hey John, my man AB said y'all didn't want that action.
he didn't want that action at the time,
So let's do some matchups around that time. Who played with Georgetown when the 80, 81?
Oh, but Baby and Sleepy Floyd. Me and Brown.
Baby came a year
Baby
later.
was gone.
Baby was there.
Baby was there.
No, Baby was
81.
Baby was
That was
gone.
Baby's senior year.
He was a senior 81. He got
Yeah,
drafted
that
by
was senior
Utah.
year.
Okay, Baby was senior.
Yeah, Baby and
Craig.
Sleepy.
Craig
Stephen
Shield.
Flo would have fucked Bernard Purdy up there.
Craig Shield.
I'm so for the
Yeah,
record.
you're right. You're right.
I ain't gonna shoot. I'm not gonna
Being a
shoot.
coach.
I'm not gonna say sugar.
Yeah,
Stephen
yeah,
Flo would have
yeah.
fucked him around.
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
not gonna do that. I'm not gonna say and act crazy on
Sleepy?
that.
Yeah, see,
Sleep-
Well,
yes.
Sleepy can handle better
Man,
than
was
B. He
younger
couldn't shoot
now.
better than B.
Shoot better.
Man,
He
let me
couldn't
tell
shoot
you.
better than B.
I didn't say he
Bernard
could
was
shoot
younger.
better or not
He
shoot
was
better.
a younger
He can
man.
handle.
He's a freshman.
Sleepy
man.
Floyd would have
Yeah.
fucked Bernard Purdy around. So let's go to another position.
According to your system.
Okay, let's go.
No, it's according to the system. You're right. And guess what? And guess what? It wasn't no system with this shit. That ain't no system.
Then you had Edge and Rat Tip.
I'm gonna Rat bad mother. God, that
Ed
motherfucker-
couldn't come out.
Rat Tip would have been a
Yeah,
problem.
Rat would have went around him.
Yeah.
Rat would have been a problem.
Ed was strong now. Don't go in the paint now.
No,
See,
no,
Fatty
no,
was-
Ed would fuck
gonna
you
whip
up.
He's gonna
Fatty
whip you
used to
up.
get
See,
after.
but the
He's
thing
gonna
about
wake you up. Then it was Craig and myself.
Rat was more versatile than any
Sure was.
Yeah.
motherfucker he played against his height.
Yeah.
Rat would go in that motherfucker
But
19
see, Fatty
and
told
shoot that
Rat.
bullshit.
Fatty told Rat. You gotta improve your dribble. Because Rat could go good for 2, maybe 3 dribbles. But
Yeah,
you
don't-
gotta,
don't
at that
do more.
height, if you
'Cause
can
it'll
go
go
all
off
the
the
way,
foot.
you gotta improve
Yeah,
your
yeah,
handle.
man.
Goddamn, Rat,
That was the
come
only
on,
thing, man. But
Well,
as
I
far
still
nowadays, you ain't got the dribble now. You just catch that
Shoot
boy
right.
and let it go.
Shoot that bitch from
You
30
remember
feet. And you can and you good.
Yeah. Hey.
What year he come out?
Who?
Fatty came
Fatty.
out swing on.
Fatty left Swing on in
Fatty
62.
Then went to
63,
Heights.
I'm sorry.
63.
And went over to
From Heights.
Fama Heights.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Heights.
That was back there with it.
That was an age thing. There was a whole lot of stuff to that. The rules of the inner high, he wanted to play one more year. See, Dave Bing and all of them, who was one of the top from the inner high, you know.
Area.
Yeah, he was smart, and he played 4 years. It was at that time the inner high
19,
dude was
12.
staying around to
No,
get
he
a better
stayed back.
scholarship,
He
so
was
he
staying
stayed
back.
around
Dave
for
Bing
that 4th
stayed
year.
back.
He stayed back on purpose. He
Yeah.
could have graduated with ease.
I tell people all the time, reclassifying was back then.
He's the
That
first
shit been
reclass.
started. We just called it staying back.
Yeah, but they said, well, he just stayed back so he could play another year
Right.
because he wasn't that old. He was young.
It's a name for it now.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Reclassifying.
Oh, okay.
Back then, you
we
stayed
had
back.
no damn
Or
name.
either
You
going
stay
to them
back.
schools. What's them schools called? Prep schools.
Yeah.
Man, well, all they do
We ain't
is
had
just
no
sit
prep
around
schools
and
there.
play
That's
ball. That's
all
it.
day.
They don't even go to
Yeah,
class.
that's the biggest BS of all.
And to be,
Yeah,
it
that's
sure
the
is,
biggest
coach.
BS.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Man.
But at that time, people in the inner high were staying back so they could get a better scholarship. So he didn't have the top offers in his 3rd year of high school. So he decided to stay back. And then he got the Syracuse offer.
Yeah.
So
And he got stronger because he,
Right.
it's never
Another
like
year. You got another year.
16
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a half versus
Old-
17 and a half,
older than-
18.
yeah.
He's stronger. And because Ben couldn't even dunk at the 11th grade, till 11th grade
Bing was a bad motherfucker.
at Keller Miller. You know, and he was smart though. He knew how to get his game, and he had all of it. He got stronger and stronger, and one of the better pros that they ever came out of Washington. And Elgin,
Yeah.
Elgin
What about
before
Elgin? What about the rabbit?
him, Elgin.
Oh man.
Oh, see now that's a story too. Now y'all have to go
you
back.
can share it with
I
us,
hate
B.
with
I don't
them
know.
85 and them 87-year-olds that still living around there. They'll tell you about Rabbit.
Really?
You know, yeah, Rabbit came.
Give us one, man, so I can
Yeah,
share it when I get back
to
west.
that Phelps thing, ask Rock Green and stuff. Hey, Rabbit went from Phelps to Spingarn his senior year.
Right across the street.
Yep, right down the street, so he could get out to Seattle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh man. Hey, I saw a game down in Keller Miller where Rabbit had 50, Wilt had 60. Down at the it was about playing outside or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, and Willie Jones
Yeah,
talked
that's my
all
man.
his
Rest
way
in
through.
peace, man.
He could play.
From Maryland?
He could play now.
Yeah.
He talked all that game, but he said it's good.
They said Will was a bad motherfucker.
Oh, Will, and talk all the way, you know.
Talking and back it up.
Yeah, and backed it up. Will Jones? Yes.
I'm still just tripping off 29 years old head coach, man.
Nah, that's
I
special,
never
man.
knew that.
Yeah, but see, we won. I had Stanley Parham, M. Shaw, and at Easton when Gene Page left in '69, and the principal came to me. I wasn't thinking about coaching no ball. He came to me and said, Al, he called me Al. He said, "Hey, I want you to be the coach." I said, "Mr. Thompson, I don't know where I'm ready for that." "Oh, you can do it." I went out there. We worked. We painted the floor, fixed the ceiling so it wouldn't leak. And then I got Slim Joyner and them. Now he was one of the best high school players that you would ever want. He was All-America high school. Slim Joyner. And I spoke at Rat's funeral, and I said Larry, Rat Tip, and Slim Joyner was the only one that could kick it out to the guard like Rodney and be at the other end laying it up. You don't have too many dudes now. Y'all done play a lot of ball. Right. You don't have too many big boys that can rebound and kick it and be at the other end laying it.
Nah, but the thing I'm looking at though, man, as a kid coming to see y'all play, y'all was organized like shit though. You had them motherfuckers like moving.
Hey man, I always when Dave Bing and them was there, I wasn't that good. I'd be in the gym every day watching their ass. And Roundtree, who was their coach, Dr. Roundtree, he had what they call a situation defense. It wasn't nothing but a man-to-man, and he just had the players, you know. But Bing ran that show, and Ollie Johnson, Monk Wilkins. Monk was like Larry here, enforcer. Ollie played around the hole, 6'8", 6'9", and then they went out there and played against the Mather and beat them out there, and 6-1, I think. So it's been great athletes all year long. Now Willie Wood, who just passed, play everything and kick everybody's butt. And you play on that frozen tundra for 14 years. Yeah. Oh, out there in Green Bay.
He's from the DC area, coach.
Went to Armstrong High School, where he graduated.
Armstrong.
And he went to Southern Cal as the first black quarterback out at Southern Cal.
Drafted by Green Bay.
Then they wouldn't accept him as a black quarterback at Green Bay, but he played safety.
Yep.
He was a hard-hitting guy, enforcer.
Yeah, my buddy, guys coached me, Brooks, Theophilus Brooks, from Kelly Miller. He was the rec guy.
Crazy ass Brooks.
Crazy Brooks.
Now I know Smitty at Kelly Miller because I played Kelly Miller ball, baseball.
Yeah, he was coaching semi-pro teams in the area, the Buccaneers and all them. He told me about, man, they played on the frozen. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
he was notorious. And then Parham's father was really good. You know, Stanley and the boy that played at Woodson. Yeah. And I saw Stanley at a funeral, at Oscar's funeral. And he looked good.
I was at Oscar.
Okay, yeah. So it's DC, man, has had some players. Some went on and did well. Some you don't hear about.
We had a show, man, when we did all. It's too many people to name.
Oh, yeah, it's too many.
You try to break it down.
Great athletes.
It's too many, man, and just in one sport. With basketball?
For a while, that Dunbar Spingarn thing, it was some athletes. See, when I first played in Keller Miller, we went over to Kramer Junior High. We were the only blacks in Kramer Junior High. we were the team in there, and they had Kramer was all white. Anacostia was all white.
Oh, Kramer was about Anacostia.
Yeah.
Right down the street from Anacostia. 2 blocks down. It was all white.
No bullshit.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. And overnight,
crazy.
There you go. It changed over, but it was all white. Wow. And it's amazing. Now you watch. In 5 or 10 years, they'll be back. They coming east.
They doing it now.
See these strollers come in there, bro. It ain't long.
I see them walking their dog.
Oh,
they getting them houses.
They getting ready.
They buying you out.
Yeah. I get letters. I got 2 or 3 houses over there. I get 5 letters a week.
They trying to buy you out.
Sell your house quick.
They waiting for the yes. I'm going for it.
I said no, sir.
No bullshit.
Hey, Kurt, let me tell you a little bit about your uncle too, though.
Man.
Please,
tell us all.
Hey, man, now we were in high school. We were still in high school at this time, though, Kurt. And we went down. We was down. I played with Executive 3 with Mr.
Mr. Bass.
Yes,
Rest in
indeed.
peace.
Harold
Rest in
Parker.
peace.
Yeah,
Did a lot. Did a lot.
Peace,
Did a
Fluff.
whole lot.
Fluff just passed too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Fluff,
passed.
yeah.
And we go down to down to Florida, down to the AAU. This is before the travel ball now. That what they
Y'all
call
on
it.
the bus?
Yeah, before the bullshit.
Yeah,
Before the bullshit.
yeah, before they
Wait,
started.
before the bullshit.
Y'all
Yeah.
took the bus
They-
down?
no.
No,
They-
no, let me tell you about how we did it, though, man. Let me tell you how we
Hey,
did
listen to
it.
this. Okay.
We had to take the train. Rodney Wright and James Radtail.
Now, Rat was with y'all.
Really?
Yeah, I flew in.
Rodney flew. Rodney took the plane in. We took 22 hours on the train.
Who flew him in though?
The Executive 3, part of that team, it was, what was it called? It was just called the DC,
Executive
Maryland,
3. Yeah.
Maryland, DC, Virginia
Yeah,
All-Star.
Executive 3, yeah.
But it was, we were playing all of the different
Potomac
states.
Valley.
And then what we did is we go down and we playing and we doing good, man. We I don't know, a couple of teams we done won against. So we getting ready to play against this Michigan team the next day, right? And Rodney, it's like, it's like that little combination like Mutt and Jeff, right? With Rat and Rodney. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that then. Rodney encourages Rat to go bang on the door of Irving Johnson, right? We go and bang on the door of Irving Johnson. We playing the Michigan team the next day. Right?
Magic Johnson.
Yeah, we happen to stay in the same hotel with the Michigan All-Star team is playing in. And Rodney and Rat and Rodney, we sitting around as a DC group, Claude Gregory, Garcia Hopkins, Kenny Matthews. We had a nice little unit though. Thurl Bailey, Quentin from Baltimore. What's his name? Quentin Daly. Quentin Daly. He was a young boy. He was younger than he was still in junior high at that time. And we had a nice little team, man.
Yeah.
Pop Wright. We had both of the Wrights.
Pop Wright.
Both of the Wrights.
Pop Wright.
Yeah.
And that's my motherfucking man, right?
Yes, indeed.
You wanna drink?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I know.
Let me tell you.
Yes, indeed.
Let me tell you something before you finish. Pop
Okay.
Wright is the reason why I was comfortable in the morning hour at Drake. That motherfucker made sure
He's a
I had
good
everything
brother.
I needed.
Yes, indeed.
Pop Wright would call me every day, shorty, you good?
Yep.
But Pop Wright, my motherfucker, that's my motherfucker,
Pop
man.
Wright
Yeah,
is.
we
Gotta give my man
his
his
really good
props.
friends.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
How about them Graham brothers?
Ernie them.
All of them, man. Those my brothers, man. I love them.
So
brothers.
what happened on the trip?
So
though?
we go and knock on.
Say knock on the door.
Rodney pumped Rat up. Rat, go knock on the door, man, and tell them niggas, man, hey, they going to see us tomorrow, man. You going to see that DC All-Star team tomorrow, and you better be ready to play. So he go bang on the door. Old country guy, Michigan. He had a big old pick in his hair, big afro. Had the afro split down the back, with a big afro pick in the back. Oh, nigga, you better be ready to play tomorrow, man. You got the DC All-Stars to deal with tomorrow. Then they come tomorrow, man. They come into the locker. You remember coming to the gym with a big old ghetto box on there, man. They jamming. They country as hell, man. The Michigan team was country as hell. They, music loud as hell. And they come in and then they go into the warm up line. We warming up and everything. Oh, you ready? Every time. You coming into the you meeting up,
at half court.
at half court to go for your layup. And Rodney, you ready? He's just encouraged. He's just stirring the pot. He ain't got to deal with it. Isn't that matter of fact? Magic was still playing forward at that time. He wasn't playing point at that time though. I mean, not Magic. Irvin was still playing.
Not Magic.
Wasn't even Magic then.
He wasn't Magic then. And then, by the end of the game, man, he had every one of us, all the forwards were fouled out of the game. This nigga had 35, 17, and 15 or something like that. He had a triple-double. And then he said, and then he gonna run by the bench and say, hey, you know who? Now you know why they call me Magic. I said, Rodney, why you gonna leave him alone, man? Yeah, Garcia found out. Yeah, myself, Claude Gregory, Rat Tim, everybody was in foul trouble.
Found everybody
Oh man, he found every one of us out, man.
How was that playing with Magic though?
Oh, and again to get a chance, and we would
At
joke
Lakers.
about that on the bus and on the planes and stuff. Man, he would always ask about Rodney and Rat all the time. He would always he gave him much respect. Now he gave him much respect, and because they were all and Ernie Graham as well too, though, because they came out the same time.
Yeah.
And then see, he played against Claude Gregory
Okay.
when Gregory was at Wisconsin.
Yeah.
He was at Wisconsin. He was in the Big Ten. Yeah,
Was Adrian Branson there? Was
No,
you?
Adrian
after
you. He was after you.
Yeah, he's a young cat.
How was that run when y'all won it, man?
Man, it was just so cool, man. It was the crazy part, man.
How was that LA life though?
No, we ain't even gonna go there. We ain't doing that, Kirk.
Yeah.
To go to
Yeah.
to that championship
run y'all
that
won,
85.
man,
Man, Urban was for me, and I got a good picture of it. Urban was like Rodney. If you get out in front of the ball, that's what kills me about looking at some of these games now. They won't get in front of the ball and look for it. Rodney just tell you, if you get out, I'll get it to you.
Damn.
I don't give a damn if it's up here, down here, whatever. I'm gonna get it to you.
Man,
That's how
off
Urban
the
was.
court. Fuck
And-
that
and-
shit.
and-
I was with that motherfucking LA with Magic.
What, off the court?
Yeah, off the court. Yeah.
It was.
We with this bullshit.
My
How was it off the court with Magic in that motherfucking California life
man
style with all that shit?
when I first
Don't
got out there in Cali, and Irv said, "Come on, Larry, let me take you down. Let me take you." We went down to Venice Beach, and then, this is when they had just lost, and but Irvin was still a man though. Irvin was still hey Magic, hey, we down walking down Venice Beach. I'm walking with Magic Johnson, man. This is Magic. Irving Magic Johnson, Buck Roan as we call him, and because the older guys called him Buck, young Buck, yes sir, and yes
Buck.
indeed, Buck, big
That's
Buck,
my man. That's my
and and everybody acknowledged him,
That's my
man.
nigga.
But I'm rolling around and we rolling in the champagne, peach colored Mercedes. I'm saying, hey, look here, man. Can we take a taxi? No, I'm just fucking with you. But I'm saying, but everybody knew him, and everybody gave him nothing but love, man. And he gave me love, man. And I don't know if it was from the incident from Rodney and Rat knocking on that nigga's door and saying, "Hey, nigga, we got the DC All-Stars tomorrow." But he gave me nothing but love, man. Irv is a cool dude, man.
Bad motherfucker.
Bad motorcycle now. Irv has some entertainment, and he would just say he seen how I would do things in the. I'm bringing DC love down to the California coast.
Give me some examples of entertainment that Magic had though. This is a red cup. Give me a Magic moment.
Oh man, at his pool parties. Oh man, he would have Isaiah Thomas, Mark Aguirre, they all had the same guy, George Anderson as his attorney.
What were the young ladies, man?
But I'll tell you about the
Was it young ladies at the party?
and then they would turn into
Parties.
Top this, from pulling their gear off.
Yeah, that's what the fuck we talking
You had
about.
a good time.
Oh, you have a good time at the pool party.
Yeah, that's
They were
what the fuck
pool
we talking
parties.
about, yeah.
But they would have the best
The best chicks.
selection.
Yeah, the chicks.
And,
Of chicks.
Of chicks. But they would say, hey, who could do the best? They would all get together, and the pot might start at 200, and then before you know it, everybody and their mama is putting in an additional 100.
Yeah.
So now you're seeing what else could go on.
Yeah.
What
they doing? What they
About 2,000 or
doing?
3,000.
They doing something for two something.
It's now it's showtime, and that's why you got showtime.
We gonna close on that.
Oh, man.
Now, what you would have entertainment.
And this is so crazy because I used to wait damn man, put Larry Spriggs in the game and shit. You know,
No bullshit.
when they get a lead, they say, man, put Larry Spriggs in the game. You know, like we knew he from DC.
And the cold thing is, he would come to the sideline for McGee and I and say, "Hey, Spriggy, Geeta, this enough time for you this third quarter." We done already blew somebody out. We be like, "Yeah, E, that's enough time. We can get our numbers down, dude.
Tony, was it Tony McGee? What's his name?
Mike McGee.
Mike McGee, yeah.
And he was Big Ten lead scorer.
Yes, exactly.
He was coming on. He was Big Team lead
Bad
scorer.
Bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Bad motherfucker.
McAdoo.
Yeah, I played with him. I played with him All-Star game in the 12th grade. Yeah.
Bad
That's
Back
how
I know he was cool, man.
He was cool.
Bam, he got MVP of the All-Star game in
Yeah, he
Detroit.
from North
Every
Carolina.
time I see
Yeah,
like
Mike
35.
McGee was a
Bad
bad
motherfucker.
Mike
He run down that floor.
And that's the crazy part about Mike and McAdoo. I'm playing with them, and they would tell me, Coach, they would say, "God damn, now you know you miss me." Now they out on the 3-point line. I say, "Gee, I just got the goddamn offensive rebound, and I'm about to put it back in." "You know you miss me." You know, that was about scoring, man. I'm like, man, y'all get out of here.
Well, Mike McGee was like the Big Ten lead
Yeah,
scorer.
it's always.
he's bad.
Yes, he was.
Glenn Rice broke his.
But in the league, you thought he was a defensive player. But
He was just wanted that ball.
Yeah.
You had the ball, nigga. I need the ball in order to score. Rodney,
He trying to get
I
his
know
ball.
you was mad with him.
I played with him in the All-Star game. He
You played with
was
Mike McGee?
in the All-Star game. He got
Oh,
in Detroit, man. He turned out when I first met him.
Alright.
And he was beating Rat down the floor that night.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he tiptoes down the
Yeah,
floor.
he was beating Rat
Yeah,
down the
he
floor
was
that
feeling
night.
it then.
Yeah, he was feeling
Great.
it. Yeah, he
Yeah.
got every pit of All-Star game.
That's what
crazy,
you gotta
man.
do.
He
He
You
had
gotta-
35, Rat had 30, but he was cooking. He was cooking.
That's why I
what's
can't
your number?
understand
You what,
about
35?
these
Yeah.
kids now.
They don't know
They
the
get
history.
there, they don't make no left, but they kick it in.
They
They kick it
Right.
to
You
right.
know,
Them niggas don't know.
Yeah.
I watched
I
this
know
shit.
all
I
about it.
put him
They
up
were
with Larry and
I
we
know
in the
all
game
my
and shit.
shit.
And the thing about it,
Then the one
man,
year in
You know why I
85,
know?
I
Because he
started
played
that-
with the Big
started
M
that year.
Tribes.
Kirk, and then the cool thing about it, Rouse came to me. Pat Riley came to me and said, "Look, Larry, we're going to insert you into the lineup." And halfway, about 3 games before the end of the season, Coach, and this was so cool. Before the end, before we go into the playoffs, he said, "I'm going to have to insert Kirk back into the lineup." Because we gonna need a white guy in the lineup because we had all black guys. We had Byron, Irv, Cap, James Worthy, and myself. And he was like, and this was cool about Pat. Pat's cool as heck, man. Pat Riley's cool as hell. He said we're gonna have to insert a white guy back into the lineup to sell tickets for the forum.
He told him
Even
straight
though
up.
we was selling out every night,
Yeah.
you know, Jigga Hearn and Lawrence, the announcer, what's his name, Lawrence Taylor. He's gonna be 17,505, another sellout. But he gonna tell me he gotta insert Kirk back into the lineup. I said, as long as he doing what he's supposed to do, I don't mind. You know, that was cool, man.
man, straight from the cup.
That shit crazy.
That's real shit though.
But he gave me an opportunity though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
I
that's good
appreciate
for
that.
him, though.
Yeah.
But you don't know how crazy I was
He
going.
does
Like
the same thing now, though.
like saying like when you was in Lakers, because I'm a Laker man.
Uh-huh.
When I seen like you, Adrian Branch, Earl Jones,
Yeah.
nigga, I was like, man, put the movers in the game and shit. You know, like Earl
Put
Jones,
them
like,
DC
man,
niggas in there,
I was like,
dog.
put Earl Jones in the game. He can handle the ball and everything and shit. Like, Earl in the game.
Yeah.
Earl was that
he-
first
they
round
drafted
pick.
him.
Earl played.
But he got hurt that year though.
Yeah,
Earl ain't
drafted
never.
him. He ain't never recovered after that.
Earl Jones played with the fucking Lakers and shit.
Lakers in Milwaukee.
See, this is
Adrian Branch got a ring. You got a
Adrian
ring.
was after myself.
This the history.
Oh,
Yeah,
Adrian
we didn't play together.
This the history that the
But
fucking
Adrian
Red Cup give
was
y'all.
about business too now.
No bullshit. This is Red Cup give y'all and AB, I ain't know my motherfucking coach was 29 of college.
Nah, that's great.
Damn. I ain't even know that shit.
I did not know that.
This the history that we give y'all the Red Cup, man.
This is why I came there.
Yeah.
It wasn't because he's 29 and was a coach. It was because what was around him.
Nah, no bullshit.
And I had old Slice Wright coming in there, him and Rat. I said, what? Them guys there that I seen at the Capitol Center?
Yeah.
Oh man, I would love to come there.
One
See, I was
question
watching the Lakers when they were playing that. When they drafted Brad Davis starting,
Yeah.
Butch Carter,
They had
Motherfuckers don't even remember
you
when Adrian Danley was small. It was Adrian Danley, Jamal Wilkes, and Kareem.
Wasn't too far.
What's called yeah. They had to trade with them motherfuckers.
Yeah,
like
get them up out of there.
Hey, I was watching that shit. I was
Yeah.
you know, you gotta. It was tape relayed. And you watch that shit. But I was a Laker man.
Oh, really?
I was like, shit.
I love that, man.
Brad
I love
Davis.
that.
That's crazy.
Greg
I
Man
got
and
one
Brian
question
Baggett.
for you though.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Howard. Get drafted by Houston.
Yes, sir.
Right.
How was that, man?
Man, to be able to play with not only one, but two cats that came from straight out of high school with Moses Malone and Bill Willoughby. Man, I was like, man, I was
That's what I
honored.
was about to ask you
I was,
about.
hey, man, and then I had the opportunity to play with a cat with Tom Henderson,
Yep.
who I used to go
Tom
see.
bad motherfucker.
Yes, sir. I used to go see it with the Bullets, but I
Yeah.
played with his brother Terry at San Jacinto.
Yep.
And we were, man, hey, Tom just welcomed me with open arms, man. Him and Alan Level. Man, and I never forget
Alan
that.
Level.
I'll
man.
level.
Alan
You
Level.
brought him up here to play with
Exactly. In the summer. Yes, sir.
Number 30,
That
Alan
was
Level.
my man. Yes, sir.
Fast motherfucker.
Fast.
I played against him in college at Warren
Playing the
Robins.
did
St.
you?
the drug lead and Herbo.
Yep.
Alan Level's a fast motherfucker.
All right.
right-handed.
Yeah.
And you
Mid
was
game
still
range
with the
was
stop.
mean.
His
big game was mean.
I
What
played-
the
Man,
all like Tom
motherfucker.
Henderson was all right too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was
Yeah,
the
that's
But
what
he put that butt on you, though.
Yeah, but he had a chain on his thing, chain and shit.
You remember Tom?
Yeah,
Tom
you
Henderson,
remember.
number 14.
Sure do.
That's my
Number
nigga and shit.
14.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Slow ass
went to
point guard and
San
shit.
Jacinto.
He ain't run nothing.
Nope.
Slow that shit up.
He got a ring.
Hey, we
It's
give
not
him
slow that shit up.
with
Man,
the
we
whiz-
giving
with
y'all
the
real
bullet.
shit.
He was giving you
But
He
went
got
to
a
San
ring.
you know that
Jacinto.
shit, the
I
fist.
know.
We give
Tom
y'all,
Henderson,
hey,
yeah.
Booty, hey, Booty, we gonna end the show with the play.
Fist and shit.
I said,
Oh,
Black Rotten on the show. Man,
Black
Black
Power fist and
Booty
shit.
say no matter where you at, Rodney the general.
Yeah.
He
Yes,
said,
sir.
man, we can be in any gym.
They put
No
a fist
practice.
on
He
the
said,
floor.
Rodney gonna call a play called fist.
Yeah.
And that mean, motherfucker, we get into our offense.
Yeah. That's a pick and roll.
degree, my
Yeah.
motherfucker,
That's a
man.
pick and roll.
Hey, but no bullshit,
And he got
man.
the biggest bag in the gym.
Yeah, always got
all
a big bag.
Yeah. You were doing the pick and roll before they even knew what it
That's
was.
what I'm saying. Joe, I'm saying,
And Kirk,
I learned a
Coach
lot
would
of
make sure that you better pick and get him open too.
yeah.
You know, and that was right down my line.
Oh, you the thoroughbred out there.
That was right down my
You
line.
the
Slice, bring
thoroughbred.
him over here. Bring him over here, Slice. Bring
I
him
tell you
over
what,
here.
I'm
we did
breaking
that
the
at
rim.
Cole Fieldhouse with Tyrone
Zion
Jones
Williams stuff back there.
and Slim
Man,
Joyner
we was
against
down
Mark
my way.
Wooten.
Man, we broke the rim in the
We bust them out at Cole Fieldhouse.
Delaware.
Delaware.
You just
We had
told me
to
something.
delay and had to bring another rim in.
You know, I mean, the first motherfuckers used to go hard at that
Nah,
side.
it was
But I'm
That side.
gonna tell y'all some
When-
wild shit though.
Went hard with the left hand, like
This
hard.
motherfucker Spriggs,
That's
all
crazy
that
part.
shit.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day,
Yeah.
right? Our era. You see Dirk Coleman with the jersey outside his motherfucking shorts.
Yeah.
That's the first motherfucker I said,
Nah.
Howard.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's with him rugged, don't matter, just going
Yeah,
hard with
sure.
the jersey out. The mother, he ain't tripping, just going hard, elbowing every motherfucking body with Rodney and my coach right there, AB.
29 years
Y'all,
old.
y'all was a
29-year-old coach.
y'all was a must see,
29-year-old
man. Y'all must see, but to wrap it up, man. AB, man.
Hey, great man.
Always a pleasure, man.
Yes,
Hey, this
indeed.
been
Great,
nice.
great.
Been
Yeah, young
nice.
people need to
This
see
is
what
a
we
pleasure,
do, man.
This is a
You know what I'm
pleasure.
saying?
This
Uncle
is a legend right
Rodney.
here, though. This is a
Learned
legend.
a lot from man.
Hey,
Larry.
man, my man. Kurt, I
Pleasure,
appreciate
man.
it, bro.
You already
I
know,
appreciate it,
man. You already know,
I
man.
appreciate it,
Man,
too,
hey,
fam.
Slim.
Red Cup
Pleasure,
closing out,
man.
man.
Evening, bro.
Hey, this is a
Man,
classic
this is
right here.
man.
Y'all people don't even figure it out.
No, but you
They
can
know.
YouTube it.
Yeah,
They
you
know.
don't even figure it out.
But you can YouTube it.
This
They
shit
know.
right here we got right here. These the first, man.
Hit YouTube.
Man, let me tell you. Hey, Pooey
Numbers
Blake
up.
Howard. We can get you back on that map with this type of stuff right here, man.
Yep,
This
it's
class
your
right here,
alumni
man.
right here.
This class right here,
Hey,
man.
Kurt,
Always.
get rid of all that garbage up at Howard, man.
Yeah.
And bring it
Yeah,
back to life.
and get
This
it
is
back,
embarrassing
man.
right
We're
now.
gonna help
To
him.
me,
Okay, cool.
the way I respect. First of all, I respect these guys, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, who I am right now without them. For one, especially my uncle, you know what I'm saying, and for him to introduce me to all them, man, and to get a good conversation with AB. I ain't know 29 years old. Head coach, man.
Say it again, man. Say it again.
29 is a head coach of Howard. The head coach, 29 years old.
Niggas still trying to get in the Howard at 29.
Hey, yeah.
Niggas still trying to get in the Howard at 29.
Hey, this is off the air conversation. You know what I'm saying? Off the no bullshit, man. We in the We Out One with the One Man Lounge with Kenny Man West. You know what I'm saying? Man, this is a classic right here.
Classic.
So off the break, man, let's get something together with this Howard and get something together, HBCUs, all that, man.
Indeed,
but this is a classic. All your young fellas, man, this is how I learned everything I know about basketball right now, just knowing about these guys and learn something tonight that I never knew.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Red Cup be closing out right now. Next week. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we might get the G-Town guys on next week. You know what I'm saying? Gene Smith, holler at me, baby.
Nah, they